Motherfucker, блядь. Воу, что ты делаешь? Motherfucker, иди нахуй, блядь.
Hello and welcome back to Asia Now. My name is Alex, and on this channel I bring you the top stories from the Philippines, Thailand, and other parts of Asia. In this video, I'll tell you about a viral clip sees Russian blacklisted and banned for life, a regular day in Thailand, a wild story from Indonesia, and much more. A 23-year-old Russian man was arrested after a video of him behaving inappropriately in public went viral. Police identified the suspect and tracked him as he traveled to Phuket. And then he was detained at Suvarnabhumi airport. So he came from Phuket to Bangkok. Authorities have confirmed his involvement and charged him under Thai law for public indecency, which carries possible jail time of 1 year and fines of about 20,000 baht. Immigration officers also considered revoking his visa and adding him to the blacklist that would prevent him from returning to Thailand for the rest of his life. So this is not the first thing he did. This guy is absolutely wild. I'm going to show you guys another clip of his behavior in Thailand before we talk about exactly why. I mean, I shouldn't have to explain, but why he's being blacklisted for life. Here's what else he was up to.
Что ты сказал? Motherfucker! Вася, короче. Motherfucker! Я тебя услышал. братик. Motherfucker, блядь. Воу, что ты делаешь? Motherfucker, иди нахуй, блядь.
As you can see, this is why he's been dubbed the next Vitaly. I think way worse probably, doing that kind of stuff on the back of a truck. We don't have to get into the details. The first thing I felt was rage. Like, how could you do this as a tourist in a country that welcomes you when you could be fighting a war in your home country? Let's just be honest. I don't want to be politically correct or whatever, but I think if I was in a country that accepted me, welcomed me, and like I don't have to go and face, my inevitable end, I'll be a little bit more respectful. And this guy is clearly using the stage to try to become viral or sensationalize the situation. One more thing I want to mention, this is not the first kind of situation like this. There was another couple that they had to track them down as well, try to like arrest them for doing the exact same thing in the back of a truck. But basically, there's a whole underground to adult content, and a lot of times people get paid to do wild shit. So the crazier it is, obviously more money make. Somebody will send you money, say, okay, do this, and they'll go ahead and do it and get paid for it, right? So not to make it okay, but there's a lot of different factors. It's not just some guy deciding to have a little bit of adventure in the back of a truck. There's always usually like some kind of monetary involvement, either having some kind of, or trying to go viral, there's also another niche when it comes to streaming like this. Live streamers like this like to keep pushing the bar to see who could be the wildest. And a lot of kids, usually teenagers or younger people, support this kind of stuff. So that is what's going on. Completely absurd. I don't even know how to describe it. I think it's pretty obvious what's the matter here. Aside from what I said, leave your thoughts down below. I want to know, what were the initial thoughts when you first saw this clip? It is a couple days old now, but since I've been away, it's just a story I had to cover. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's go on to our next story. Staying in Thailand, a foreign visitor caused a stir in Patong, Phuket, Thailand on September 25th after being seen behaving unusually and dancing in the middle of Bangla Soi. A 21-second clip of the incident quickly spread online, drawing a wave of reaction from viewers. Many social media users voiced concerns that such actions could harm Phuket's reputation and impact the island's appeal to families and high-spending tourists. Yeah, how about some respect? Maybe not just always about money and losing money because of the image. How about just regular locals of a country that have to deal with this kind of nonsense? The past story and this story. Look, man, I know Canada, the US has their own kind of crazy, but you don't usually see tourists come in the country and behave this way. So I wonder what would happen if somebody goes to the US and does this kind of shit as a tourist. Like, because it's kind of obvious in Thailand where everybody is local and you see a foreigner, visibly a tourist or a foreigner. In the US and Canada, because they're so multicultural, it's kind of hard to tell who's a tourist. My point is, I don't think the tourists would behave that way. They'll find out real quick, Fafo is for real. Our next story is wild in Indonesia. A 42-year-old man was dating a 15-year-old girl who asked for an iPhone worth about $800. The man said he only has about $300. She made fun of him for being broke, and he took a stick and then ended her. Where do I even begin? Like, which part of the story? Like, what? First of all, my man, you're 42. You're dealing with a 15-year-old, and you think you have a little bit more like emotional maturity to handle a situation where a teenager makes fun of you, and you just do this. Very sad to see. May he get the absolute maximum punishment for just behaving this way and just ending a 15-year-old's life. In more news, in Malaysia, the couple aged 29 and 28 wanted a seat change for their flight to Kuala Lumpur on 23rd of September, but had not received a response. In frustration, they then decided to send an email to the airline's headquarters on September 20th, claiming that there was a bomb on board the plane. Bruh, I know nobody want to pay no late fees or, flight change fees or any other kind of fees. To go call a bomb threat, is that the best? And then email it? It ain't that hard to catch you through email, bro. So yeah, I'm glad they were caught. Next up in the Philippines, thousands of passengers and cargo remain stranded at ports across Luzon, southern Luzon, due to severe tropical storm. Another reminder that the Philippines receives many storms in a year, and the consequences of it sometimes really, really bad. Dozens of people in Taiwan and the Philippines have passed away, lost their lives because of the latest typhoon that came through these parts. I was lucky enough to, my flight wasn't canceled yesterday, but there were some flight cancellations the day before, and a lot of cancellations across the country. Philippines officials also demanded that everybody gets a full refund and all the fees waived, no flight change fees or no all that nonsense. So yeah, a lot of people affected by this. May they all rest in peace, and hopefully this kind of stuff is better managed in the future. Next up, for our feel-good moment of the day, Charlie captured two lizards that appeared to be hugging each other inside the University of the Philippines, Visayas in Iloilo on September 23rd. Quote, "Just recorded this video to make others jealous because they look sweet in the clip," end quote, he told Philippine Star. However, he clarified that the biologist explained to him that the reptiles were hugging for a different reason. In reality, they are fighting for territory, according to my friend Kim. He said, their stance when fighting, not mating. So that's the way they stand when they're fighting. I just want to believe they're hugging, man. Some people just want a good friend. Speaking of good friends, check out this nice friend in the Philippines for our second feel-good moment of the day. I wish I had friends like this.
Greetings. Hi everyone, good morning. Pwede ko mo request og kanta na itong happy birthday akong friend kay. Pwede ka siya nagkikantang happy birthday. Pwede ra 1, 2, 3, go. Happy birthday, Jigger. Jigger yung name. Happy birthday, Jigger. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Jigger. Thank you. Happy birthday, Jigger.
And if you live in the Philippines, you know that Filipinos love singing, they love being friendly, and just having a great time, and this is nothing unusual. You'll see oftentimes just people break into song randomly at a grocery store lineup, at Starbucks, at any random place, people just singing. I know a lot of people got problem with karaoke. I never had any issue with that, but I'm usually in the city center. But my point is, singing, dancing, joking around is embedded into Filipino culture. I don't even know if that guy had a birthday that day. He seemed really kind of nervous. But yeah, if he did, happy birthday. Now it's time for our segment Yesterday Today, beginning with Colin, who says many Filipinos accept vote for highest bidder in elections, so they accept corruption. Robert Cole says bribery is never acceptable, but the Philippines, like U.S. politicians, first things asked is, what's in it for me? That needs to stop. Bring some honor and integrity into the system. Should be about what's best for the country and its citizens. Gerard says, look like the road was made by China. Lack of rebar is all about corruption. Somebody also responded saying that kind of construction, they shouldn't put rebar into it. I don't know no construction stuff, but they are trying to fill that hole with as much sandbags as possible right now, trying to prevent it from getting worse, and also because this weekend, tomorrow, is supposed to be really rainy in that area. Hopefully they can manage and bring that under control. They said it should take about 2 weeks to address that situation. 2 weeks? Let's see. If it's anything like construction in Canada, it should take 2 years or 20 years, closer to that. I think right now, probably Dundas is still. And that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts down below regarding any of the news I covered today. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.